Okay, so today we will try to learn how to do some shortcuts for multiplication. So let's try this one here. Okay, say for example you have 34 and you want to multiply that to 15. So normally you would do 5 times 34, that will be 170. And then 1 times 34, that will be 34. And then you add up that. And this is the normal way how you do the multiplication, right? So we'll try a little trick how to do that. Okay, so let's try this. 34 times 15, the same number. So let's have 3 spaces for our answer, and in a while I will explain to you what those 3 boxes or 3 spaces stands for. Okay, so let's separate 34 into 3 and 4, and then 15 into 1 and 5. Okay, alright, so here are the boxes. Okay, so the first box represents the product of 4 and 5. So the ones digit, you multiply that. And then the yellow box represents the sum of the products of the, as you can see there, 3 and 5, you multiply that and then you add that to the product of 1 times 4. So that goes to the second number. Okay, and then the last one represents the sum of, the product of the tens digit. Okay, so let's try this one. Alright, so for the first digit, you have 4 times 5, so that's 20. Okay, so you write 0 and carry 2 to the next box. Okay, so you write 0 for that. And then the next box, the yellow one, you cross multiply. So 3 times 5, that's 15, and then you add it to the product of 1 times 4, which is now 14. And then of course you remember you had a carry 2 from before. Okay, alright, so that's now 19 plus 2, you have 21. So since that's a 2 digit, you just write 1 and then carry 2 to the next box. Okay, alright, so what's up for the last box? So the last box would be to multiply the tens digit. So you have 3 times 1, that's equal to 3, and then you have, remember you have to you carry 2 for this box, so now 3 plus 2 equals 5. Okay, so you write 5. So therefore the answer for 34 times 15 would be 5. Try another one. Say 89 times 66. Okay, so let's write it this way. You can try this on your own so you can actually see what's going on. Alright, so for the first one, 9 times 6. Okay, so you have 54. You write 4 and carry 5 for the yellow box. Okay, for the yellow box, we have to multiply, crisscross multiply. Okay, so that would be 8 times 6 plus 9 times 6. So 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 4 times 6, that's 48. So that's a total of 102. And then you add 5 since you carried 5 from the first box. So you have 107. So you just write the last digit. You will write 7 and then you carry 10. Okay? And the last one, of course, would be 8 times 6. That's 48. And you have 10 carried from the previous one, so that's 48 plus 10, that's 58. Okay, so therefore your answer for 89 times 66 would be 5,870. Let's try this one. 64 times 25. Okay, so we write it this way again. Okay, so let's write this. 4 times 5, that's 20. You carry 2. And then 6 times 5, that's 30. Plus 8 times 4, that's 8. 2 times 4, that's 8. So you have 38 now. Plus 2 because you carried 2 from the first box. So you have 40. Okay, so you write 0. And then you carry 4. And then now you have 6 times 2. That will be 12. Plus 4, you have 16. So therefore 64 times 25, that's 1,000. Alright, so why don't we try this one, 3-digit number multiplied by a 2-digit number. So the idea is still the same. So you separate the two numbers, you separate 109 into 10 and 9, and 66 into 6 and 6. Okay, so for the first box, we would multiply 9 and 6, the ones digit. Okay, that will be 54. So let's write 4 and carry 5 to the next box. And for the second box, that will be 9 times 6. This is cross multiplied. Okay, 9 times 6 plus 10 times 6, that will be 114, plus 5, so that's 119. So we write 9 and carry 11. Okay, and for the last one, we have 10 times 6, that's 60. And then you carried 11 from the previous box, so now you have 60 plus 11, so that's 71. Okay, so therefore 109 times 66 is equal to 7,100. Okay, so for more practice, you can do this method from your more practice on page 72 of your textbook and page 57 on your workbook.